Hello, this is Joe, MTL Vintage Cards. Welcome to another game of the 1959 Major League Baseball replay. We are using Inside Pitch on the tabletop to generate the results, and we are using PC Replay Baseball to give you the play-by-play and collect stats and so on. It's been fun so far. So we are again on May 6th. Today's featured game will be the Washington Senators traveling to Chicago to face the White Sox. In this replay, in this day's replay, so far we've had two games and they were both exciting. I wish I would have streamed them. The Cubs won in extremis, beating the Pirates 8-7, and an even more exciting game where the Kansas City Athletics beat out in extra innings the New York Yankees 8-7, and Ryan Duran again picking up another loss. He's 1-6 for the season. Before we get to the game, let me show you the standings. Let me show you the standings. Yes, so in the American League, Boston is the top of the league, followed by the White Sox that are one game behind. The Orioles are 2 games behind, all the way down to the Washington Senators, featured today, who are 6-16, 9 games back. The National League, they're bunched up within 4.5 games. The Pirates and the Dodgers are tied, with the Cincinnati Reds 1 game behind, and the Philadelphia Phillies surprising start that are just 2 games behind. We should see the San Francisco Giants and Milwaukee Braves pick up the pace, hopefully. So let's get to the game. Sorry about the delay. Let's get to the game. The starting lineups for the visiting Washington Senators. Manager Cookie Lavagetto. Leading off is Lino Bertoia. He'll play second base. Bob Allison will be in center. Harmon Killebrew will play third and bat third. Jim Lemon will play in right field, be the cleanup hitter. Julio Becerra will be at first. Ed Fitzgerald will bat sixth and do the catching. Ron Samford will be at short. Faith Throneberry will play left field and bat eighth. And the pitcher will be Camilo Pascual. For Al Lopez's Chicago White Sox, Jim Landis will lead off and play in center. Nellie Fox bats second. He'll be at second. Harry Simpson will be in right. Catcher and cleanup hitter is Sherman Lawler. Del Ennis will play in left. Norm Cash will bat sixth and play first base. Billy Goodman will get the start today and play third. Luis Aparicio will be the shortstop and bat the eighth. And finally, Early Wynn will be the pitcher. So this is Early Wynn's 6th game. He has a 1-3 record with a 4.01 ERA. And there are his real-life numbers. Reno Bertoia on the season is batting .250 with 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. And Lino Bertoia will draw leadoff walk. It's just simple, BB walk, and there is Lino Bertoia at first. Bob Allison is the next hitter. Allison is hitting .202 with 6 home runs and 13 RBIs. No lead for Bertoia. That'll be a chance for the second baseman. That will be a chance for the second baseman, Nellie Fox, and that gets by him for a single. On to third goes Reno Bertoia, and just like that, the Senators, with a 6-16 record, are in business. Third place hitter is Harmon Killebrew. He's batting .280 with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. And there you see he hit 42 bombs in real life in 1959. Here's the pitch to Killebrew. And Killebrew pops it up. Infield fly rule is in effect. He pops it up to the shortstop, Luis Aparicio, for out number 1. I should have mentioned that the White Sox will play at double play depth. Jim Lemon, batting .275. He has 5 home runs and 8 RBIs. And Jim Lemon will strike out for out number 2. Big strikeout for early win. Batting 5th is Julio Bequer. On the season, Julio Bequer is batting .263 with no home runs and 4 RBIs. And Bequer has a chance, and he flies it deep to right field. Under it is Harry Simpson for the 3rd out of the inning. Big opportunity lost for the Senators. As we head into the bottom of the 1st inning, Camilo Pascual on the mound, his 4th game. He has a 1-1 record with an ERA of 3. Jim Landis, leadoff hitter, is batting .250 with 1 home run and 12 RBIs. And Landis will hit a ball to left. Faith Thornberry is there, not too deep. Puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Batting 2nd, Nellie Fox. Fox is batting .253 with no home runs and 2 RBIs. And Fox will hit the ball to first, and that ball gets by Bequer for a single. So Fox is on with 1 out, bringing up Harry Simpson. Harry Simpson came over on the trade from the Kansas City Athletics, sending Ray Boone over to Kansas City. And while in Kansas City, Harry Simpson was just 2 for 14. No lead for Fox. And Simpson draws a walk. So just like the Senators before, the White Sox have 2 base runners on for Sherman Lawler. Lawler is batting .397 off to a torrid start with 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. Nellie Fox got the jump, but he's not going anywhere. And Lawler will ground it to short. Over to second for 1, and that's all they can get. So Lawler is on a fielder's choice. Runners at the corners with 2 out for Del Ennis. Ennis on the season, cumulatively, is batting .407. You see that he had a stint. Come on, close. There you go. Thank you. And this will be a ballpark check, and that'll be a ground ball to Reno Bertoia. He flips it to Samford covering for the 3rd out of the inning. After 1 inning, we are scoreless. Ed Fitzgerald digs in, getting ready to face the offerings of early win. Fitzgerald on the season is batting .212 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. You see he's already ahead of the pace of last year with the 2 home runs. And Fitzgerald will sky it to Jim Landis. Landis camps under it, gets it for the 1st out of the inning. I hope you find this format, at the very least, it's different, but hopefully also entertaining. And a 9-inning game usually gets done in about 30 or 35 minutes. That's been the sample size anyway. Ron Samford is the next hitter. He's batting .250 with no home runs and 6 RBIs. And Samford will hit the ball to center. Jim Landis is under it again. Second out of the inning. For Faye Throneberry. And Throneberry in limited duty, 429. He has 1 home run and 4 RBIs. And Throneberry will draw a 2-out walk, which will bring up the pitcher Camilo Pascual. Now, Pascual is no pushover. In real life, he was a .302 hitter with 86 at-bats. So far, he's batting .273 in the replay. Wins pitch to Pascual, and he hits him. Let's see what happens over the course of the game. Again, the Senators have 2 runners on. For Reno Bertoia to the top of the order, he walked his first time up. And Bertoia will get an out. He'll ground it to short. And Aparicio flips it to Nellie Fox for the 3rd out of the inning. Camilo Pascual will face Norm Cash, Billy Goodman, and Luis Aparicio. On the season, Norm Cash is batting .327 with 1 home run and 8 RBIs. Pascual's pitch. And to right, Jim Lemon can't get to it. It drops in front of him for a leadoff single. So Norm Cash is on. He can't get the lead for Billy Goodman. Goodman on the season is batting .222, and he has just 1 RBI. Cash couldn't get the lead, and Goodman strikes out for the first out of the inning. Hall of Fame shortstop Luis Aparicio, at least I think he's in the Hall of Fame, batting .237, 1 home run, and 7 RBIs. He is a slick fielder, that's for sure. And Aparicio will hit it to short. Over to Bertoia for 1, and that's all they'll get. So Aparicio is on the fielder's choice with 2 out, 1 on for Early Wynn, who's batting a $182, but he was a very decent hitter. You can see that he can swing the bat. He had 2 home runs in real life. And Early Wynn draws a walk. So in the early going, both pitchers are having trouble keeping runners off the base paths, and sooner or later that will come back to bite them. Top of the order will go for Jim Landis, who hit a fly ball to left his first time up. Landis will hit the ball to Bertoia. This time he'll fire to Becker for the 3rd out of the inning. So both teams, after 2 innings, have left 4 runners on base. To the top of the 3rd we go, and we are scoreless for Bob Allison. Bob Allison hit a single his first time up. And Bob Allison will hit a ball that goes deep to left field. For some reason, Jim Landis was playing shallow, and it's over his head. Bob Allison is on his horse. He rounds second on his way to 3rd, head for a slide, and he's safe. A leadoff triple for Bob Allison. The White Sox will play back. It's early in the game. Nobody out for Harmon Killebrew. Killebrew popped it up to short his first time up. And Killebrew will hit it to short. And Aparicio dives to his left, gets up, fires it to first for the out. But that scores Bob Allison, and the Senators are up 1-0 for Jim Lemon, who struck out his first time up. And Lemon will hit the ball to Nellie Fox. Easy play. Over to first to Norm Cash for the 2nd out of the inning. Julio Becker, the first baseman, had hit a fly ball to Harry Simpson his first time up, and Baker will hit a ball to left. This time it's Del Ennis. Del Ennis camps under it. He puts the squeeze on it for the third out of the inning. The Senators score a run on the leadoff triple by Bob Allison. To the bottom of the third we go. Oh, I didn't do a fifth. I didn't do a F7. To the bottom of the third we go, with the Senators leading 1-0. Nellie Fox hit a single his first time up, and Nellie Fox will hit a ball over to shortstop. Samford picks it up, fires it to first for the first out of the inning. Harry Simpson, he walked his first time up, and Simpson will hit it to Bertoia. Bertoia rushes, bobbles, throws it wild, and the official scorers will score it as a single and an error for Reno Bertoia. Over to second goes Harry Simpson. So this is the way you scored in PC Replay Baseball. S+E and 4. So Harry Simpson will get credited for a single, and Bertoia will get the error. Runner on second for Sherm Lawler. He's 0 for 1 in the game. And Lawler hits it to short. Sharply hit. Samford looks Simpson back to second, and he fires it over to first for the second out. And you see, whenever in this replay, whenever there's a ground ball and runners hold, or any other play than advancing one base, this is how you would score it. The batter is out, and the runner on second holds. So 2 out for Del Ennis. And Ennis is 0 for 1 in the game. And Ennis hits the ball to Killebrew. Easy play over to Baker for the third out of the inning. The White Sox threaten but do not score. Top of the fourth we go. Ed Fitzgerald is the hitter. Fitzgerald is 0 for 1 on the game. Interesting spelling. Fitzgerald, Fitz and Gerald are two different names. And Fitzgerald will hit the ball to Nellie Fox. Over to first. Out number 1. Excuse me while I take a sip of coffee. So Fitzgerald, 4-3 for Ron Samford. Ron Samford hit a fly ball to center field his first time up, and his second time up, Samford will hit a fly ball to right. Then that's out number 2. Harry Simpson has it. Easy play for him. And Faye Throneberry. Throneberry walked his first time up. And Throneberry will single past Nellie Fox. A 2-out single. Well, in normal times you would say, well, that clears for the 9th place hitter, who's usually the pitcher and usually a poor hitter, but not in this case. Camilo Pascual is a formidable hitter. And right on cue, Pascual singles to center, making a big turn. At second is Throneberry, but he'll stay there. And Pascual gets a 2-out single to the top of the order for Reno Bertoia. And Bertoia will hit it to Aparicio. Aparicio flips it to Fox for the third out of the inning. Bottom of the fourth, Norm Cash will strike out. And that's a strikeout for Norm Cash. There we go. Billy Goodman is the next hitter. And Goodman struck out his first time up. Goodman will hit a fly ball to Jim Lemon in right. Sky high, but he's under it. And that's out number 2. Eighth place hitter, Luis Aparicio. Aparicio will hit the ball to Killebrew. Killebrew fires it over to first, and that's out number 3. Three down inning. This game is moving at a nice pace. 1-0, top of the 5th for Barb Allison, Killebrew, and Jim Lemon. So Bob Allison will hit a fly ball to Harry Simpson. Can of corn, out number 1. Harmon Killebrew. Killebrew will strike out. As you can imagine, home run hitters are typically susceptible to striking out. Just like that, there are 2 outs for Jim Lemon. And Lemon will hit the fly ball to Del Ennis. Del Ennis running catch. Nice play for the 3rd out of the inning. Bottom of the 5th. Early Win will hit the ball to short. Ron Samford makes the play for out number 1. And that'll bring up Jim Landis to the top of the order. And Landis will hit the ball to Allison over his head. And that's a double. Standing at second is Jim Landis, 1 out for Nellie Fox. And Nellie Fox will single. In to score is Jim Landis, and the game is tied at 1. So some good hitting. Harry Simpson hits the ball to short. The only play is to Reno Bertoya. And that's out number 2. Simpson is on the fielder's choice for Jim Lawler. And Jim Lawler will hit the ball to Killebrew. He goes a short way to Bertoya covering the bag for out number 3. The White Sox did tie the game as we head to the top of the 6th. You see how things are move very easily in this format. If I wasn't streaming, I could probably do a game in 18 to 20 minutes in this format. So it's really enjoyable. You never get bored. You never get tired of these long projects that I tend to have. Okay, top of the 6th for Julio Becer. And Becer will draw a leadoff walk. Becer can't get the lead, and it's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald hits the ball to Goodman, and Goodman will boot it. He can't make the play, neither to second nor to first. And the Senators have something going. They'll ask, so Cookie Lavagetto gives the bunt sign. And the bunt is a good one. So Early Win picks it up. His only play is at first. There are runners second and third with 1 out. And the White Sox have no choice but to bring the infield in for Faith Thornberry. That's ball 1. That wasn't a wild pitch. And single to Ennis. Stopping at third is Fitzgerald, and the Senators take a 2-1 lead. The infield comes in again. A 300 hitter, there's no way that he'll be asked to bunt. Camilo Pascual will swing away. And Pascual singles. And things are falling apart for Early Win. Stopping at second is Faith Thornberry. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's Pascual's second hit. I don't know. Let's not guess. Let's look. We can go to the box score anytime, and sure enough, there it is. Camilo Pascual has 2 hits. We'll close this. Oh, we should have checked Early Win's freshness. So Early Win could go 29 batters. He's faced 27. All right. So Del Ennis. Oh, I'm sorry. Reno Bertoya will bat, and Reno Bertoya will fly to center field. Jim Landis has it. Faith Throneberry is not going anywhere. That's out number 2. Bob Allison. And Allison will hit the ball also to Jim Landis. When that ball comes down, that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And not before the Senators score 2 runs, giving Camilo Pascual and the Washington Senators a 3-1 lead. And Del Ennis up at bat, and Del Ennis hits the ball to Killebrew over to first for out number 1. That was Camilo Pascual's 23rd batter that he's faced. He was a horse. He pitched 238 innings in 30 starts, and he can go 32 batters. And Norm Cash will strike out for out number 2. My mouse is not cooperating. There we go, out number 2 for Billy Goodman. And Goodman singles past Pascual into center field. A 2-out single. That's the 6th hit of the game for the White Sox for Luis Aparicio. And Aparicio will hit the ball to second base. Reno Bertoya fires at the first for the 3rd out of the inning. Now, Early Win is tired. He's the first. He'll be up first the next inning. But he is a 22-game winner. We'll let him pitch one more inning and see. We'll go batter by batter and let's see what happens. And Killebrew singles. That's not a good sign. And I think that'll be it for Early Win. The Early Win experiment is done. The White Sox have a terrific bullpen, and that's why they won the American League crown in '59. Jerry Staley will come, even if it's just for 1 inning. Jerry Staley will come in. It's we could call this a pseudo close. Forgot to put Killebrew at first. There you go. So Jim Lemon is up, and Lemon will hit the ball to left field. Del Ennis has it for out number 1. Oh, let's check Jerry Staley's record. This is Staley's 10th game. He has a 2-0 record and a sparkling 0.68 ERA. Throw in another 3 saves. Julio Becer is the batter, and Becer will hit the ball to Goodman. Over to Fox, and that's the only play. Not in time at first. And Becer is on the fielder's choice. 2 out for Ed Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald will strike out. So that worked. Staley did his job. Camilo Pascual has faced, I believe, 26 or 27 batters. Let's bring in a pinch hitter for Jerry Staley. Against the left-hander, that'll be... there isn't much here. Johnny Romano is a catcher. We won't use him. We'll bring in Earl Torgeson as the pinch hitter. On the season, Earl Torgeson is batting .188 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Pascual pitch and strikes out Torgerson. 1 out, top of the order, Jim Landis. And Landis will line it to Bertoya. Bertoya has had a solid game at second base. And that's out number 2 for Nellie Fox. Nellie Fox hits the ball to Becker. He'll take it to the bag himself for the 3rd out of the inning. The White Sox will bring in Turk Lone. So Turk Lone on the season, he's had a very bumpy start. This is his 11th game. He has a 1-0 record with 3 saves and a 6.17 ERA. So he's been Jekyll and Hyde. He's got knocked around, but he's also saved some important games. Samford. And Samford will hit the ball to right. Deep, deep, and caught at the base of the fence. Harry Simpson makes the 1st out of the inning. Faye Throneberry. And Throneberry hits the ball to center. Not too deep. Jim Landis comes in about 10 steps. And he makes the play. And for Camilo Pascual, who's had an amazing game. And Pascual gets on with a walk. And Pascual has been on all 4 times. He's had 2 hits, a hit batsman, and a walk. 2 out for Reno Bertoya. And Bertoya also walks, back-to-back walks with 2 outs. And now you can see some of the difficulty that Turk Lone has been having. And Bob Allison. Allison hits the ball to Dallas in left field. And he gets it for out number 3. Bottom of the 8th. Camilo Pascual will face Harry Simpson, Sherm Lawler, and Dale Ennis. And Pascual... So that's to Killebrew. Killebrew over to first for out number 1. Sherm Lawler is the batter, and Lawler also hits it to Killebrew. Killebrew, 1 hop, waist high, easy play. 2 up, 2 down for Dale Ennis. And Ennis will hit a fly ball to Bob Allison in center. And that's out number 3. To the 9th we go. Turk Lone will face the heart of the order in Harmon Killebrew, Jim Lemon, and Julio Becker. And Killebrew strikes out for out number 1. Jim Lemon is the batter. And Lemon will hit a fly ball to Dale Ennis for out number 2. What a well-played game. And Julio Becker is the next batter. And Becker will hit a ball to short. Gold glove. Pre-shows there. To the bottom of the 9th we go. It'll be Norm Cash, Billy Goodman, and Luis Aparicio. Let's look at Pascual's freshness. Pascual has reached his limit, so he is officially tired. There is no way that Cookie Lavagetto is going to pull him out, at least not yet. Let's go batter by batter. And singles. Just like that, leadoff hitter, Billy Goodman. And Norm Cash gets the lead, but he's not going anywhere. And Pascual uncorks a wild pitch, so he's starting to get wobbly here. The bullpen of the Senators is wobbly at best. We're going to keep going. And Billy Goodman hits the ball over to Bertoya, who fires to first for out number 1. Over to third goes Norm Cash. Luis Aparicio is up. And Aparicio hits a ball to center field. They would have much preferred a ground ball. Center field, Bob Allison has it. And let's see if Norm Cash could score. And Norm Cash scores on a sacrifice fly. So they'll bring it to the final out. Turklone comes out. Will come out. And Bubba Phillips, even if it's a righty-righty matchup, Bubba Phillips will come in. And Bubba Phillips on the season is hitting .373 with no home runs and 5 RBIs. He isn't much of a home run threat, so we'll keep Pasquale in. And that'll be a fly to right field for Jim Lemon. Lemon is camped up there, and he drops the ball. Unbelievable. Over to second goes Bubba Phillips, and that's a 2-base error for Jim Lemon. And that'll be it for Pasquale. What a game. I've been so lucky in that the games that I've been streaming have been exciting games. Tex Clevenger will come in to record the final out, hopefully. And Clevenger, this is his 9th game. He has a 2-1 record with 1 save and a 1.59 ERA, and he'll face Jim Landis. And that'll be a line out to Killebrew. Killebrew just saved the game, snagging it out of the air, and that's out number 3. The Washington Senators, in an unlikely fashion, beat the Chicago White Sox 3-2. The winning pitcher is Camilo Pasquale. He goes to 2-1. Early win. The 22-game winner in real life drops to 1-4. Tex Clevenger gets a save, his second, and no surprise, Camilo Pasquale is the game's MVP. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you real soon in the next game. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. It means a lot to help me